When my dad saw me drop an envelope full of cash into a mailbox, he assumed the worst. My parents sat me down at the kitchen table with these looks on their faces like somebody died. My mom was already crying as my dad slid an orange paper across the table toward me. "What is this?" I asked. "The bank is taking our house in 30 days, he said. I just sat there staring at that paper because I didn't know what to say. He put his hand on my shoulder. "Don't worry, buddy, we're gonna figure something out," he said, but I could tell by his voice that he had no idea how to fix this. That night, I heard them screaming at each other through my bedroom wall. My mom yelled, "You should have told me we were behind," and my dad yelled back, "Maybe if you made more than minimum wage, we wouldn't be in this mess. I want a divorce. I can't do this anymore." I put my pillow over my head, but I could still hear everything. There was this old collapsed shed at the back of our property that I was never allowed to play near, but I was so desperate to get out of that house that I wandered back there anyway. I was kicking through some rotted boards when my foot hit something metal. I dug through the mud until I found this rusted lockbox about the size of a shoebox. The lock basically fell apart when I smacked it with a rock, and when I opened the lid, I almost passed out. There were stacks of cash wrapped in plastic bags. My first thought was to run inside and show my parents, but then I imagined my mom saying, "We have to find the rightful owner," because that's just how she is. My dad would probably blow it on something stupid because he's never been good with money, so I came up with a different plan. I started mailing cash to my parents in plain envelopes with no return address, about $2,000 at a time. When my mom opened the first envelope, she just froze in the kitchen doorway. "What the hell?" My dad walked over. "What?" She held up the cash. "There's $2,000 in here." My dad grabbed it and counted it himself. "Who sent this?" "I'm not sure. There's no return address," my mom said. "They called the police and the officer laughed. Most people don't complain about free money, lady." After the third envelope came in the mail, my mom sat down at the kitchen table and looked at me with tears running down her face. "Somebody out there is watching over us." I just nodded and shoved food in my mouth so I wouldn't say something stupid. But here's where I messed up. Every envelope had the same postmark from the post office across town, and my dad noticed. I didn't know he had been checking security cameras at that post office until I came home from school. He grabbed me by the collar and shoved me against the wall so hard my head bounced off it. "Where did you get it?" My mom started yelling at him. "Stop it, let him go." My dad gripped my shirt tighter. "Who did you rob?" I was so scared I could barely get the words out. "I didn't rob anyone. I found it." He laughed. "Sure you did. You really expect me to believe a 12-year-old just found that kind of money?" My mom was crying now. "Why would you do this to us? We are going to be in so much trouble." I shook my head. "I can prove I didn't steal it if you just follow me outside." Something in my voice must have gotten through to him because my dad let go of my shirt. We walked out to the collapsed shed together, and I pulled up the rotted boards to uncover the lockbox. It still had tons of cash inside. My dad's face went blank, and my mom's hand flew over her mouth. "I found it 2 months ago. I was scared that if I showed you guys, you would fight about what to do with it." My voice cracked. "I just wanted to save our house. I didn't want you to get divorced. I'm sorry I lied about everything." My dad dropped to his knees in the mud and pulled me into his chest so hard it almost knocked the wind out of me. He just kept saying, I'm so sorry," into the top of my head while my mom wrapped herself around both of us.